Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I'm bringing out this video of me playing a board game, and today, oh man, I thought I had everything set. There we go. Today we're going to be playing through Core Discovery. More specifically, we're going to be playing Core Discovery, but we're playing the Maldonado Expansion. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce his name. And it was giving me all kinds of issues when I was doing my unboxing of this a while ago. But I'm doing the Maldonado Expansion, and let me go and start our background music, and I'll start explaining some things here. So let's start with this one, and then we'll get going. So in this particular expansion, the whole entire goal of this one is for us to achieve our goal. And the goal in the Maldonado expansion is for us to essentially kill 3 monsters. And then once we kill the 3 monsters, then we win the game if we accomplish the goal. See, the Maldonado expansion, it includes, or it brings in, also, why is my mic so, I don't know, it's being very finicky. I don't know what's up with the signal, but sorry, we'll have to go with it. But we have to essentially kill 3 monsters. So we have to find the monsters here on the map and get that all going. But in addition to that, we also need to make sure that we have our people with the appropriate amount of support. I don't know what the appropriate word is, and all that. Oh, also, I do live stream on Twitch. Just mentioned that earlier here, which is twitch.tv/CulBlu. That's CulBlu. Feel free to check me out there. But I mentioned that because we have somebody talking in chat here. It's oh, Time Roller. Hello. Whoops indeed. But yes, so for this one, the Maldonado, and also, man, this mic is spiking. All right, give me a second. Let me adjust something. I think it's just the line of sight. Ooh. Oh, I see. Oh, that's wrong. What's going on with that? All right, sorry. This is a middle of recording thing that you guys are going to see some behind the scenes, or hear some behind the scenes. But essentially, the entire goal for this one is for us to accomplish our goal of solving all of our problems here. And once we do solve our problems, yeah, Maldonado, all right, Maldonado, Jojo, that's what it is. That's what I'm gonna call it. We'll call it just Jojo. Also, I do have a new streaming setup that I'm using here. I'm trying to test it out and evaluate and everything. So if you hear weird audio glitches and stuff like that, like I'm currently hearing in my headphones, it's my fault, clearly my fault. But I'll see if that's, actually, is that the song? Hold on one second. No, I think it's just my audio being weird. I might switch over mics, but nonetheless, let me actually get into the explanation here. So what happens in this one is that we have a hidden traitor mechanic. I am going to be playing the full. Oh, okay, cool. Not here on stream, good. I'm going to be playing the full cooperative variant of this one. So the full cooperative variant of this one is things will be going face up, and there's not going to be a specific traitor, but we're going to have to deal with the traitor card. But I do want to explain very briefly what's going to happen. So what happens in this one is you follow the normal core discovery rules. It's full cooperative. You're all on the same team. If you're playing with the traitor mechanic, the competitive mechanic, so to speak, what happens in that situation is that you have people that will have one of these cards, one of these 4 cards, 4-player game. So you have a traitor card, and you have 3 loyals card in a 4-player game. In a lesser player game, you'll have different cards. But essentially, you'll have a traitor card, loyalist cards, and everybody's going to get one of these. And you're also going to get an influence card as well. Thrown into there, if I'm not mistaken, because I think you're supposed to have 5 of these, but there's only 3 of these and 1 of those. At any rate, you're going to choose those, shuffle those up, and then deal 1 to each person. And each person is going to get that card. And if you're a traitor, your goal is to make it to the end of the game, but have everybody dead. So you have to survive, but you want everybody to die. All the crew over here to die, which you see off to the side, all 5 of them. And if you're on the loyalist side, you want the crew to be saved. So you want these 5 crew to be saved. So the traitor is trying to kill the crew, the loyalist is trying to keep them alive. And that is what that does. So that's when you're playing the competitive variant. We're playing the cooperative variant. So I will explain the cooperative variant from this point going forward, but I just want to explain that part because that determines who's assigned to what. Okay, so continuing on with the cooperative part of things. When you're playing the cooperative part of the game, you will not need these 3 loyalist cards here. So I'm going to put these away. I just need the traitor card, and I'm going to take the traitor card. I'm going to take this deck of cards. Notice these are called influence cards. So on the back of this it has influence. I'm going to take 4 of these and put them here. And before I do that, I'm going to show you the influence cards here. Actually, let me move to our zoomed in camera. I think it's still zoomed in. Oh no. Perfect. So on these cards, you'll see a few bits of information, and those bits of information are, you'll see that it has a stick here, or sorry, mud here is +3, and it says anything else is a -1. So that means that whenever I gain a particular resource, I'll need to play a card on that particular resource. And if I play a card that is correct, which is I played this mud card on the mud, then I will get +3 for that particular crew member at the end of the game. And that's gonna make sense as to why you need to do that later. If I were to play this stone on a stone person, so if I found a stone in the game, then I would need to play a card to the stone person. And if I did play this stone card specifically, it'll give +1 at the end of the game. And the big thing that's important for the traitor variant as well, the cooperative variant, this is not relevant because you play all your cards face up, except for certain cards that I'll explain a little bit later. But what you'll do is in the traitor variant, there's somebody who could be a traitor, some cards will have this, which shows you that you must play this card face down, and some cards show this. Whereas if you're a loyalist, you must play it face up. If you're a traitor, you can play it face down or face up. So that's kind of giving you some ambiguity, so you won't know exactly how much support a particular person has. And keep in mind, if you're playing as a traitor, you want people to have negatives. So if you play, like let's say somebody found mud, or you found mud, and you had to play a card, you can play this stone card on that mud person, and that'll be a -1 for them because what you put it on them is not mud. So again, it'll make a little bit more sense once we get over to the big sheet, but just know that for the cooperative variant, we're gonna play all these cards that we ever play from our hands will be played face up. And then in the traitor variant, the cards will tell you if you play them face up or face down, depending on your team. And usually if it's a plus or -1, you can play it face up or face down if you're a traitor. And then if it's anything higher, like a 2 or 3, +2 or +3, then you must play it face down, whether you're a traitor or you're not a traitor. So that is important information. It kind of gives you a little bit of space and stuff. And also another thing that's important to note for the traitor variant, or for the Maldonado expansion, the 4th expansion here, is that the goals or the challenges are very easy. And in my test playthrough, and also in the video that I watched, because I watched the designers of the game play through theirs on Tabletop Simulator. That was like the only video that exists. So I'm trying to create the thing I wish existed here and make a video for it. But in their playthrough, they noted that the challenges are very easy. So it's not that difficult to pass challenges in this one, because they wanted the intrigue to kind of exist around the traitor mechanic. So I'm saying that as a long way to say that it might be a little bit easier than normal for me to actually win everything. And I'm gonna try my hardest to win everything. Okay, cool. All right, so that's that's a few commenting points on that. Going back over here to the traitor mechanic, you'll see that these cards are over here on the side. Let me zoom my camera out so you can kind of get a better view of the mess that is my table. Got candy wrappers over here. All right, I'm just gonna zoom out here. Oh, wrong camera. There we go. So I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit so you can see more of the table. I have the camera zoomed in a little bit so we can actually kind of see and maybe possibly read things. But you'll see that you have these cards over here. These cards will have certain things on them, and I'm actually gonna finish the setup for these guys for the cooperative mode here. So I have the traitor card here, and I'm gonna take 5 of these cards that are not traitor cards. And I'm just keep on my face up, show you the traitor card, and I'm gonna put this one face down. I'm gonna shuffle this to the best of my ability that I can shuffle 5 tiny cards. And then I'm gonna put these cards, the starting cards for these guys, I'm gonna put these cards face down on each one of these. Now, one of these cards is a -4. The traitor card is a -4. It doesn't matter what it is, it's a -4. And that card itself is not great. But it's something that is included in the math at the very end of the game, because you see, every time I find a thing, so let's say I find a mushroom, when I find a mushroom, I'm gonna go into my hand of cards, because I'll have a hand of cards, my hand of influence cards, and I'm gonna have to play a matching mushroom to that card. If I do not have a matching mushroom in the co-op variant, I'll take a card from this command deck, which is a plus or -1 for anything, but is essentially, I think it's 3 of each. I don't know how many cards are here. I think it's 10 cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So there's two of each thing. So basically it's at random. I'm going to be playing a card that could be a mushroom, could be a mud, could be something else. So for the most part, command cards are not great because they're probably going to be a -1. And because they're probably going to be a -1, that means that I'm going to want to try to play cards from my hand because I know there'll be guaranteed values. So for instance, this one's a +2 if I play it on the mushroom. This one's a +3, and that's really good if I play on the mushroom. So I'm trying to essentially get these guys to be a certain number. And that certain number is going to be based on the track that Maldonado is going to have. And also, man, let me check. Let me see. Yeah, I think it might just be me hearing the audio artifacts. I don't really know where it's coming from, but I'm hoping it's not coming from my mic, because if it is, I'll have to do the video again. But anyway, all right, my hallucinations aside, this track is something that you'll normally have when you play the game normally. And you'll use one of your crew pieces to track the number. Basically, the higher the number, the worse it is, because this number is going to determine at the end of the game what each person must be at for them to survive. So, for instance, if we're at the end of the game and this tracker, let me get the piece here, and this giant circle tracker is showing that our crew, or the level is at 9, that means that every single person here, in order to live, as in not die, they need to have at least 9 total value between pluses and minuses for cards that they have on them. And that's like the big reveal at the end of the game. So as a result of that, people can die, and I don't want people to die. So when I'm playing solo on the cooperative mode, I want everybody to survive. If you're playing on the traitor mode, on the other side, this is the cooperative side. On the other side, it shows you the rules here for the hidden traitor. If you have 4 people, if you have a 4-player game, then you need 4 crew to survive. If you have a 2-player game, then you need 3 people to survive. If there's a traitor, and you need you need 5 people to survive if there is, sorry, I said that wrong. You need 3 people to survive if there is a single traitor between the 2-player game, in the 2-player game. And if there's no traitor in a 2-player game, then you need all 5 to survive. So that goes a long way to say that there's a few different starting points here. So we're gonna play in the full co-op. So we're starting with 6. And just to simplify my life, instead of keeping the cards here and keeping it all visible, so it's a little bit harder to see, I'm gonna go back to my original view, and you can see I'm using dice. I'm using counters over here to kind of keep track of the value. You don't have to do this, but I'm gonna do this to keep track for myself, because I know I'm gonna forget what the people's values are. And that's based on showing information. I had this card showing here on the side, so you can kind of keep track as I go along. As I put the cards physically on top of them, you'll start seeing that I'll increment the value based on what public information I know. So for instance, these guys could all be at -1, and somebody's at -4 for all I know. I don't know, because these influence cards could be the wrong symbol. So as a result, I'm just keeping it on 1. It's a starting value. It's not saying they're at 1. It's just there's no 0 on this spin down counter. I guess I can put it on 20, but I'm not gonna do that. That's silly. The command cards, like I said before, these cards will come into play here in the cooperative version. And that's essentially if I have to play a card to any of the things that I have over here, and I do not have the proper card, then I must put a random command card. So I don't get to look at it. It stays hidden the entire game. And it's effectively almost a guaranteed -1. There's a chance it could be positive if it lands on the right thing, but the chances are pretty slim on that. All right, so let me get this track out of the way, because it's gonna be out of the way. The game starts with 6, so that's why you see this dice here. This is gonna represent the Maldonado track. So we'll put him over here to the side, kind of clean up our view here. And the rest of this will be kind of used for stuff. Also, because I'm using all this super fancy technology things, instead of having my little player board here, I can do this now. I can have overlays. Look at that. Isn't that great? Look, a little overlay. So I can kind of save a little bit of space here on my physical table. It's not gonna do anything for the visual side of things though. It's gonna look just as messy, so my apologies. But maybe it's a little bit easier to read. I don't know. Again, I worry very much about people being able to read the things as I play, because it helps keep me honest if I play a thing wrong. Okay, anyway. All right, so I've already set up the threat deck. I took the threat cards for this expansion, and I added the 2 from the core side of things. I set up the challenge deck. I've taken the Maldonado challenges, and am I pronouncing that right? Hold on, let me check. Yeah, Maldonado. Is it Maldonado? Yeah, Maldonado. I've taken the cards for his challenge and put him in there, shuffled them. I'm not going to start with Clark. I'd like to start with York. And yes, I very much will be doing the standard for me, horn strategy, where I'll be switching out my characters at some point. So I'm going to try to do the sounding horn. And knowing from, given what I know, I'm going to use a satchel in this one, because I'm going to end up with a lot of resources that I don't need. Or at least not necessarily don't need, but I'm just gonna have a lot of resources. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to take one of the items to kind of give me more points at the end of the game. I don't really know if I need them. I think jar's a waste. Because again, okay. I'll try. Well, hold on. See, one that actually might be very useful. Oh, where is it at? The water skin. The water skin could be good because it could help me out. The small sack of beads. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see all these cards. Hold on one second. Let me switch over to our view so you can actually look at them with me. Come item shopping with me. There we go. All right, so there's a small sack of beads. So remove 1 path token from the current challenge card in the game plus 2 points if you still have this gear. It's only 2 points though. And then to use that to remove from play. I was kind of leaning towards Hadley's Quadrant or Haley's Quadrant. I feel like Hadley's Quadrant or Haley's Quadrant, whichever one it's called. I feel like this one is pretty good. I like it because it allows me to kind of finish a challenge pretty early, and then it allows me to get the pass side twice, assuming that I have it, or the fail side twice. And also, I wonder if it's just audio clip. I don't know. So sorry, I keep hearing the sound. So let me switch mics here, and maybe that's the problem. And you'll hear my voice here in a second. I'm gonna keep it running though. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm back. Look at that, as almost like I didn't even leave. All right, we'll probably still have the same issues, but I don't know. I just changed mics. Maybe that mic was just doing something weird. Nope, I just heard it again. All right, okay, well, time roller, if you said you're not hearing anything, I was gonna trust you on that one. I was gonna go with it. Worst case scenario, I have to do this whole entire playthrough again, which I'm okay with, because I actually think this particular expansion is pretty fun. Anyway, continuing with the items, the new items that come with fog are the flag and the machete. So I thought about trying to use them. The flag is pretty interesting because it allows you to basically explore any path in the same row or column of your shelter. And that could be really nice to kind of get things moving around, especially with the Maldonado expansion. Like I've learned in my first playthrough of this that you kind of don't want to explore everything if you don't have to. So I think flag could be really nice. On the other side, the machete says, if you gain a resource or water that you don't have in your backpack, gain 1 additional token of that type. I feel like that's a complete waste for this one, so maybe not that one. My other good old faithful is the dowsing rod. So I think for the purposes of excitement, because I'm going to go a very boring strategy anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the flag, because we are planning on having York to put down an early shelter for free, and then we'll use the flag to kind of just start exploring for free around that and try to get the most efficiency out of that we can. And then we can satchel things that we don't need, and then sounding horn to kind of swap York out for better pastures or whatever you want to call it. And hopefully that'll work out. Okay. All right, so I think we're all set. We're ready to go. We've made our decisions. And the additional rule in this one is that we're gonna have influence cards. So when you play with multiple players, there's gonna be on the Maldonado track, it's gonna show you how many cards people get. So I'm playing solo, so I'm gonna get 10 cards. But if you're playing with 4 players or 3 players, you get 4 cards apiece. If you're playing with 3 players, you get, 4 players, I said it wrong. If you're playing with 4 players, you get 4 players, you get 3 cards apiece. 3 players, you get 4 cards, and then 2 players, you get 5 cards, and so on and so forth. Sorry. It's one of those say the color, not the word situations. Ugh. All right, so I'm going to draw 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these guys all have an initial value that I don't know because the card is face down. One of them is a traitor. It's filthy traitors. So we're going to hope that works out for us in our favor, that we can not be murdered, not be harmed by them. So I'm going to go ahead and start by putting my cards here. When you're playing the co-op version of this, they say you can play your cards face up so everybody can see them. When you're playing the traitor variant, of course, you don't want to do that because that is, you want to have space for the traitor to trade, to be trading, traitor. Okay, I'll stop. All right. So you can see here I have some +1s, I have some +2s. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, at the end of the night, once we get into the night phase, I will discard every single card I have left, and then I will draw a new hand of 10 cards. So that means that I want to get my big numbers out of my hand if possible, and onto the thing. Anyway, Looking at what we have here, we don't really have a great spread of stuff. I mean, I guess we got some sticks and some stones, so that might not be the greatest. Some other rules that I haven't explained that I'll go ahead and explain now. The way it works is essentially when I find a resource that matches one of these things over here, I must put a card on them. So I must put a card on them. So that's why I'm saying, like, if I find like muds early, then I only have one mud card, so I might run into some trouble. I have to rely on the command cards to help me out. And the other half of that is, oh no, actually that's all of it. Oh, I guess there's another half of it. The other half of it is that if I gain multiple resources at the same time, oh, why is this over here? Sorry, if I gain multiple resources at the same time, then what happens is I have to put one card total. You only ever put one influence card down. So if we were to look at this game, and just to answer the question that people might have before I get fully started, because I want to make sure I explain this part, by the end of the game, right now, I need every single person to have 6 influence or higher before they survive. Because I'm playing solo, I need all 5 to survive. So if I do not have that by the end of the game, then I lose. So I had to, one, make it to the end of the game as an accomplish the goal of killing 3 monsters. And there's monsters, there's how to kill cards are here. Well, they have TPs and they give me specific rules on how to kill them. And I had to get the threats to come out, of course, and standard procedure stuff. Nothing super ultra special there. But the main thing is that I need to make sure that everybody has the right amount of influence before I actually kill the final third creature. Also, I should probably remove the sheet. I forgot, my bad. This is the concealing sheet, as they call it. Oh, it didn't go in. Uh-oh. You get, oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I got stuck. That's weird. There we go, much better. All right, so there's a concealing sheet, there's a rule thing. I'll zoom it in so you guys can look at the rules yourself. There you go. And look, the little sheet stays. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Actually, it's not great. It's actually in the way. There we go, it's a little better. All right, so there's the rules if you want to see. I'm going to start with the peak on E5. So peak is going to be on E5. And I'm going to, I had to save/kill crew. So I had to save crew. It's telling me that there's at least 3 of each terrain. And the number of cards that we get, the power track, that's going to be the little circle track that I showed you before that we threw to the side because we don't need it. I get 10 cards, that's what it said. And then some more rules explaining stuff for where things are, where they're located. Also, that was the other rule I forgot. If I find water, then I must put an influence card on any crew. So that's an important thing to note because that'll definitely come up at some point in time. All right, cool. Glad we're done with that. Let's put our little sheet back on and let's go ahead and get going. So we got York here for the purposes of, we want to build a shelter as soon as possible so we can take advantage of our flag ability. The rules that we have here, the little sheet that we have here on the side on your screen, let me go and give us a tour of it. Actually, let me, did I throw it away? Yep, I threw it away. Let me bring it up on the big screen here so we can all look at it together so I can make sure we're all following. So this is the sheet that you have on the overlay there. But essentially, this is saying water is next to stick. This is saying that a TP will be diagonal from food, and food will be diagonal from TP, vice versa. Over here is the important part, is that the Maldonado, whenever Maldonado shows up, he will give me 1 resource of my choice, which is great. However, he will increase the power track by 1. He becomes stronger, which means that I need more influence for everybody at the end of the game to win. The additional thing is that skulls are the similar concept. When I find a skull, they'll summon a monster, or they make me draw a threat card like normal, but they also increase the threat track by 1. So they increase the threat track by 1, like so. And what is this part? All right, I need to double check what this part means. Oh, I know what this part means, sorry. I don't need to double check. So when you're playing cooperative, this will let you reveal that starting card that they have on them. Okay, that's what it is. So this will let you reveal that starting influence. I think if you're playing competitively with the traitor variant, essentially, this allows you to look at somebody's influence and see if they're a traitor or not. And if you're revealed to be a traitor, then of course people know you're trying to tank the team and they're trying to fight against you. But in the cooperative version, which we're on the cooperative side, this allows you to basically flip over those cards, those initial cards that are face down normally at the start of the game, so I can kind of see who's the -4, so I can see who I can prepare for. Also, another thing to note is on the other side of the sheet is the hidden traitor mode, and I think I misspoke because there's a whole concept of accusations that you're supposed to be placing. I don't know how that works. I haven't played with it. Essentially, there's a point in the game where you can place allegations or place accusations at people, and basically vote who you think the traitor is, and then reveal them and all that fun stuff. It's sure, it has a traitor mechanic. Anyway, I don't really care about that. So let's go back over here, and let's continue our playthrough. Okay, so I got to start in column 7. Okay, let's see. Let me think. I'm thinking, shoot. Okay. Because like I don't want to be stuck like going straight here. But if I can just walk towards the rock, and then I can predict that that's a rock, and I can build an easy shelter. But I can also just build an easy shelter by doing normal stuff, like hey, this is a stone, or this is a water, or this is a stick, stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, as you guys can see, there's a sheet. So actually, I need to put my sheet in the right spot so I can see it myself. Yeah, we're just gonna start. We're just gonna start arbitrarily. It doesn't matter really. So we're just gonna start here. Oh, look, we found a stick. Nice. Okay, so that goes there. And we found a stick. Oh, I didn't start with the right amount of water, did I? It's 1 water short. 1 second. All right. So as far as our challenges go, ooh, these challenges are a little rough. So we need mud, a stone, and water. And then the last one, we need a food and a mushroom. Oh, it says pick 2. So we lose a mushroom and we lose a food. And if we pass, we lose a fire. I mean, we don't need a fire anytime soon, so I guess I'm just not going to make a fire. That's kind of rough. I don't like that. Oh, also, sorry, we found a stick. So now we got to place a stick card. So I got to place a stick card, it's like this card, on the guy who is the stick guy. So we now know that that's actually 1. And I'll try to remember to increment these so you guys can see them. But like I said, if I zoom out, you'll see the stack just kind of get built up over here. And again, I'm playing cooperatively, so these are all face up. So that's why you're seeing them all face up here. Normally it'll be face down in this case. Actually, no, I would have to play it face up anyway because it's a loyalist card. Also, sorry, I forgot to flip over the destiny cards to see which ones are here. So we have the spyglass and we have the tarp, which protects fire. Ooh, that might be useful. Oh, I have to discard it. Never mind, it's not useful. All right, continuing on. So we found a stick. We know that water has to be nearby. So I don't know if I'm ready to use York's ability to declare water. I think I want more hints and clues. So I have a feeling that this might be mud over here, and I do need a mud. So I got a strong feeling this might be mud, which implies that this is water, or maybe this is water. I don't know. I'm just hoping that that's mud because I do need a mud soon, and I'm hopeful it's not anything bad. So we are going to continue on here by going in the downward direction towards the stone. So we're going to go here, and we found a water. So when we find a water, we must put a card of our choice on any of the things. And I got a +2 here, so I'm gonna put this +2 stone on the stone guy. So he's now at 2, at least 2. Hopefully it's not a negative down there, but 2 is what I'm gonna put him on. That's for the public information showing that is. Okay, I already got the stick I need to survive the challenge, and I'm also almost maxed on water. So hopefully I find a TP here soon. All right, we're gonna continue our path. We're gonna go down, and we found a mud. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. This is okay. I wasn't expecting a mud here, but we found a mud. All right, that tells me things about my environment. That's okay, because we know that this is a stone. Then this has to be a stone. I'm glad we didn't start on that line because that would have been very rough. That would have been very rough there. So we got to put a thing on the mud. We have a mud guy, so we're gonna put this +1 on the mud guy. There we go. He has been placed. He has been sent. All right, so now we are going to go next. So we know this is a stone, and that spot is actually kind of okay because we can just kind of like go through the stone with the flag. So that's going to be nice. And it says explore any path in the same row or column as a shelter, even if it's inaccessible. So it says any path in the same row or column. So it's going to give us a lot of breath here. So we're going to activate York, and York's ability says exhaust before explore. Guess the next terrain correctly, and you can immediately build a shelter there for free. Now, one of the things that's, I guess, let me double check the rules, make sure I'm not doing this wrong, because in my past playthroughs I've done this, so I didn't bother checking because I just figured, yeah, I'm doing it right. I gotta be doing it right. But the way it's spoken of, I think in the forums, is that yes, this is my read on this correct. So it says York, if exhausted, York will have to pay resource or water to explore a path protected by monster. Okay, I knew that. Sorry, continuing. When you guess the terrain correctly, you do not have to pay the required resource to build a shelter. Okay, that's what I want to see. All right, so we're good. We're good. I've been playing them correctly. So we're gonna go ahead and exhaust them, and that's gonna give us. We're gonna guess this is a stone. And oh my gosh, there's a stone. Who'd have thought? Oh no. All right, so we get to build a shelter there immediately. That's gonna be perfect. And that is it for that particular round. So we're all good on that one. So I think things are looking up. Things are looking up, y'all. Things are looking up. We're doing pretty darn good. And we found a stone, so we got to place a stone card. So we're gonna put it here, and we got this guy up to 4. So it's looking healthy. All right. Now, I can explore. I think I can explore for my shelter. But even if I couldn't, I know that's a stone, and I don't really want to go in that direction. Finishing rows in this particular game, if you look at the sheet there, finishing rows allows me to reduce the track by 1. So I really want to do rows. Finishing columns allows me to get a destiny card. So I kind of want to, excuse me, I kind of want to do both. But the good thing is I got everything I need for the windstorm. So in reality, I just need to kind of gather resources to where I can kind of put the bonuses where they need to be. So I have a suspicion. Because this is a stick. There could be a shelter somewhere here. There's 3 shelters on this board. So maybe this is a shelter? No, maybe this is a shelter. All right, I'm gonna say this is a shelter. Hey, I was right. That was a guess. That was a guess because I know that a shelter is next to a stick and a food. So that means that this is a food or this is a food. And I was trying to think about where places a TP could be. Like for instance, this could be a TP and then this could be a food. Or this could be a TP and that could be a food. I guess that's the only possibility, isn't it? Okay, so one of these is a TP, one of these is a food. All right, but that gives me a mushroom. I do need a mushroom for later. So that's good. And we got to put a card on the mushroom. So we're going to put a +2 on the mushroom guy right there. He's on the 2 now. Okay. And that is going to be that. All right, 1 second. Let me adjust a setting here. Sorry, the audio is going to switch up on us. My apologies ahead of time, y'all. Yeah, I think that might be it. All right, sorry, I'm getting rid of the audio delay because I don't need the audio delay. And I'm gonna adjust this here. So I think what's happening is that it's clipping on the microphone. So I'm just gonna reduce my gain just by a little bit and adjust the, oh, okay, well, never mind. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, let me put that back where it was then. Put that thing back where it came from as I continue to put it not where it was beforehand. So help me. All right, let me turn myself up 1 second. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit more consistent. Again, I keep hearing like a clipping sound in my ears. I don't know if it's my microphone. I know Time Roller said Time Roller doesn't hear it, but I keep hearing it and I'm like very paranoid. I was gonna burn the whole video. Nothing ruins a video faster than bad audio, y'all. All right, so we're at 5 here for the first challenge. So we're gonna put those over to the side. We're gonna evaluate. We got a stick. We're gonna spin the stick. That's gonna give us a food. And we will gladly take the noms. And There's no consequences right now, so nothing else happens. And we're all good. Now, food gained through challenges do not count for cards I need to place. Let me double check that though, because that's something that didn't really come up. I didn't really think about it until just now. Oop. Okay, let's not drop our entire rule book down there. So far, we got a lot of work to do resource-wise, but I think we're moving okay. This is when you gain a resource token on your turn by any means, exploring, trading, gear, or character card, check if it matches the indicated, or check if it matches a resource indicated on one of the 5 crew cards. If it's a match, that crew member is the target for the remaining actions. Gaining water allows you to choose any crew member. You must play 1 influence card from your hand or draw and play a command card on the targets on the space matching your player color. Yes, if you're doing the, okay, yeah. For the player color is a little bit different. If you do gain more than 1 resource in a turn, you choose which one. Influence cards are placed face up or face down, as if you're doing the other one. Yeah, full co-op is what I'm doing here. Same rules, different stuff. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, we're doing it all good. All right, so I don't have to place a card on the food guy, which is what I was trying to look for. So that's actually okay because we are moving on to the next one. So we just really need to get to the end of this one. This is where the quadrant is actually pretty nice because the quadrant allows me to just basically hurry up and get to the end. I am gonna go ahead and use my flag though, because I do want to just kind of do a snipe real fast. I'm gonna try to get myself started on this side of the board. I know that this, actually I don't know what this is. I have no clue what this could be. It sounds risky. This could be a stone, so that's why I want to do the edge. So we're gonna go here. It's a stick, nice. All right. Oh, let me double check. Let me read this again. It says, exhaust before explore any any path in the same row or column as a shelter, even if it's inaccessible. Yeah, so that's inaccessible, so I explored it. It said any path. It didn't specify if I had to be adjacent. Okay, so I gotta play a stick card, and I have a stick card, and it goes to the stick guy, so he's now at 2. And I have another path I can start doing stuff with. I can also start using my satchel. Actually, I'm gonna use my satchel for that one. I don't want the stick. Wait. Interesting question. If I satchel the thing I just gained, does that trigger? Actually, no, it does. It does. Because the way the rule read was like whatever resource you gain by any means, that person becomes the target. That's what it said. It said that person becomes the target. It says when you gain a resource token on your turn by any means, exploring, trading, gear, or character card, check if it matches a resource indicated on the 5 crew member cards. It says if you gain. I think the satchel is. Oh no, yeah. Okay, the wording here is perfectly fine. It says exhaust after you explore, discard the resource or water you just gained. Okay, so the wording works. All right. So yeah, I do have to place a wood on the guy, so he got the wood card there. So I am going to satchel this one though, because I'm also going to get a stick at the end of this challenge. So we're going to satchel this one, which allows me to get a destiny card, which I can choose the spyglass, which allows me to look at 2 paths on the edge of the map, or the tarp, which allows me to protect the fire. I don't think I'm going to be making a fire anytime soon, so I'm going to take the top card from here, and I got a pick. Nice. All right, so the pick allows me to, when you gain a rock from exploring, also gain a resource or water you currently don't have. That could save me later. Won't save me now, though. All right, so I use the flag. That's pretty good. I use the satchel as well, so I got my items used up. I can go ahead and do the sounding horn to swap out, but I don't. Do I need to? I don't think I need to. I was going to save it just in case I find something useful here or useless. All right, so we want to find a. I'm actually content with just finishing this column, so I'm just going to finish this column here. We found another mud. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. So I am going to medicine to refresh satchel, and I'm gonna throw the mud out because I don't need it. But also still not good because I don't have a mud card down here and I won't be able to save it. So a command card now goes to the mud guy. Fingers crossed that that's the correct card. We don't know if it is though. He's only at a 1 from a card that I've played, so it's looking a little hopeless. For now. All right, so that was that. We satcheled, so I get a destiny card, and that's gonna, make an ally. So it says gain any 1 resource or water that you currently have. All right, so I can play that at some point when it feels good, when it feels right. All right, so we are all good on that one. So now we got our last one here. We're gonna go ahead and just go for this bottom one. What's the worst? It cannot be a Maldonado. It could be a skull, but it's probably not a Maldonado because the Maldonado, am I saying that right? Yeah, Maldonado is diagonal, two away diagonally from a TP. So it's water. Okay, cool, perfect. So water, we gain that. We are full up on water, but good thing we're about to spend some. We got to throw away a card. I'm gonna throw away this. I know there's a food up there. I'm gonna throw away this mushroom one on this mushroom guy. So he's now at a 3. And we're slowly making it. In the first round, I didn't have super big cards. But I think we're making good progress here. So now we evaluate this challenge, and we are spending a mud, a stone, and 2 water. And we passed, so we get a stick. Yay! Now let me double check this. It says at the end of the turn when you gain anything, it says by any means. It says exploring, trading, gear or character card, etc. Well, that's when you explore. So I didn't explore. That was a challenge evaluation, so that doesn't count. I guess it does count, doesn't it? Because I gotta put a card on anybody. So I can put a card on anybody or the wood. Wait, when is the? Okay, hold on. Let me check to see when the challenge evaluation happens. Because if I had to pass my turn first, yeah, so ending your turn. So when you end your turn, check to see if the leftmost challenge card has resolved its time limit. If the time limit has been reached, resolve. Yeah, okay. So technically I didn't gain that during the thing. It doesn't matter right now because I didn't want to put a card on stick, but if I, let's say it would have been beneficial, then I would definitely want to know. All right, so we're almost done with the column. We do want to try to finish a row here. We know that that's a food or a TP in that upper area there. And I'm okay with taking either. So I think, let's see, I got the sounding horn. It's not going to do anything for me. It's just a wasted item right now. But it'll allow me to swap things later. So we're going to go ahead and go for this one. And it is a food. That means we got to put this +1 on the food guy. He's now a +1 officially. Or, well, potentially a 0. Or maybe a -3, I don't know. All right, and we got 2 more. Oh, we finished a column, so we get another Destiny card. Again, I mentioned before at the top of the game during the explanation of everything that the items and the challenges tend to be easy because you're supposed to be kind of dealing with the intrigue of all this over here. So if it seems like it's very easy right now, it's because it kind of is. I also am only in the first column, so it's not like I've ventured out further than that really, except for these 2. So just want to make sure everybody knows that. That's keep that in mind. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and use my Weather Vane, which allows me to discard to look at the top 2 cards in the challenge deck, put 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom. That allows me to prepare for the next round, so I can kind of see what else do I need. Because one of the issues is I'm going to have too many resources here soon. So double mud, or a stick, a skull, and 2 water. Oh, and I lose a shelter? Yeah, this one's definitely going on the bottom of the deck. So I need double mud. I'm just gonna keep it face up so I can remind myself. So I need double mud for that one. So I need to find more mud, which is not a great time to do that because I don't have any mud cards. So I don't want to find a mud, actually. Did I had to put a challenge command card on them already. So that means that there's a TP here, and that means that there's a Maldonado is either here. No, this is he has to be here. So he has to be here. So there's a Maldonado here. Because he is 2 away from a TP. Is it TP or skull? Oh no, sorry, he's 2 away from a skull. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. So let's try to find the skull first. So I think we have enough resources to probably take out a monster if we find him. So let's go ahead and see if we can flip this one over. Oh, a hill. I wasn't expecting a hill. This hill tells us how many Maldonados there are in the row or column. So it's telling me that there's only 1 in this row and or column. And knowing what I know, that doesn't help me. So thanks, game. All right, so this one's definitely the TP. It has to be the TP. So we will search for it. And we will trade. We will trade for a... I want to trade for a mud, but if I do that, then I'm going to have to put a command card on the mud guy. So I think I probably should have saved that, to be honest. Man, I feel sad. I definitely should have saved that. That means that one of these is a skull here. I don't know which one. So I have no clue where Maldonado is going to be. So I'm just going to throw him back over there into his pile. Oh boy. Okay. See, if I take the risk and take the mud now, it'll save me some trouble later. But I'm going to have to do a lot of extra work, a little bit more work on the mud guy, because the mud guy already has... Like he has his face down card from before, so this could be a -4 or a -1 or maybe a +1, but more likely a -4 or -1. This is a +1, and I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna assume it's a -1. So he's currently sitting at worst at -4, and that's not good. So putting another command card on him is gonna just make it a little bit worse. I do have a lot of food, which is pretty nice. I am going to lose one of these foods, so, I could also choose not to trade. That feels bad if I don't trade, though. Man, I really should have sounding horned to get Clark out, but I decided against it because I was like, I'm doing great. It's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Literally everything. All right. All right, I am going to choose to trade nothing because I don't want no smoke, as the cool kids say. That's the one thing I don't want none of. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and explore this one or the next one. Oh, okay. He just popped out of nowhere. Peekaboo. All right, so that means that there's a skull. There has to be a skull here then, because he is 2 diagonal away from a skull. So we found the Maldonado face. He allows us to get a resource of our choice. And if we gain that resource, we will after we gain that resource, we will get +1 to this. So we now need to hit 7 instead of 6. I don't like that. But we also get to flip over one of these guys. And I think that's going to be a good trade-off. So what I'm going to do is, do I have to do it in that order? Let me check. Because if I can do it in any order, I'm going to flip over the card first and then choose which resource I want. Let's see. There's one new terrain type on the Maldonado maps. Maldonado himself. Maldonado terrain is always exactly 2 diagonal away from at least 1 skull. The opposite is also true. A skull is always exactly 2 diagonally away from at least 1 Maldonado terrain. When you find him, increase his power by 1 and gain 1 resource of your choice or 1 water. If this is the only resource you gained, then you must place an influence card on that command. When you find a skull, draw a threat card and resolve it as per the regular rules, and then increase Maldonado's power by 1. Oh man, I found a TP. I should have a how to kill card. Sorry, that's the reason why I wanted that. Sorry, my bad. I should have drew a how to kill card. This one's how to kill. Dig a pit. I need 1 stick, 1 mud, and 1 water. Okay, good to know. Because remember, the goal is to kill 3 of these guys while also getting their loyalty up. And the hills apply normal. It doesn't say the order that it has to happen in. we go to the co-op. Each time you reveal a skull or Maldonado path, you also get to flip over one of the 5 face-down influence cards that were placed on each crew member during setup. This will reveal what modifier they provide. This will likely be a negative modifier, but it can also be a positive. But you'd especially like to find a negative force, so you can plan accordingly. It doesn't say. All right, I'm gonna read that as I get to do it in whatever order I want. Cool, that's convenient for me, thanks game. All right, so we're gonna flip over this one for the mud guy, and it is, oh, +2 mud, nice. Okay, so he's actually at a possibly 2. At worst a 2, but I'm just gonna put it as a +3 because that's what I got public information for. Look at that, he's at 3. That's great. That worked out pretty well. I thought these were, oh yeah, these were just random cards, weren't they? Yeah, okay, sure. All right, well that makes me feel great. So I don't want a mud. I mean, I can take a mud. I guess I should take a mud then to kind of give myself the best of the things. So I'm gonna take a mud. This is gonna risk lowering my guy down from a 3 down to a 1 because those 2 command cards could be -1s. We don't know yet though. All right, so that's it. Now we evaluate the challenge. And that's gonna be a food and a mushroom. Oh, choose 2, I see. I wanna do a mushroom and a water then. Because I feel like I can get a mushroom from a TP and it's gonna give me a little bit of extra stuff later. So that's gonna be that one. I lose a fire for passing and that's it. Okay, so we're all good. Now we're at the nighttime. We gotta eat a food. We're gonna eat this berry here. We're all good. End of day. Now we're at the nighttime. We get to refresh all these. We have to throw away all of our existing influence cards. That goes into a discard here. And then we will draw 10 more because we're playing solo. Look how cool we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and oh, I forgot to rush my character. So I think for sure I'm going to swap York out for somebody. I don't know who yet. It just depends on what cards come out here because that'll let me know what goals I'm trying to aim for. So we got some mushrooms, we got some sticks. I'm just gonna put these out here and I'll bring them on screen here in a second. A lot of stone. And oh, we got a +3 food, heck yeah. We're not missing anything, but we got a lot of stone here, so this might be a going for the stone. I do appreciate that this particular module influences me or encourages me to do certain things because of what the cards are showing here for my influence. So it basically influences me to play a certain way each round, which definitely changes it up because things can become quite samey sometimes in this game when you play the same module multiple times. So I do appreciate the change up. So also I forgot to increment this because of Maldonado. My bad. Thank you for the reminder. All right, continuing on here. Let's see. We are at the end of it all. So let's go ahead and draw our new challenges, which we know about that mud one, the bug infestation. We now have fixed bandages or bayonets. Yeah, fixed bayonets. And then we have a sweltering heat. We need a lot of mud. That's not good. All right, well, mud guy, you're gonna be quite negative this round. I can only do but so much. And I need mud to kill a monster. Ugh, this is disastrous. So one of these is a skull, and I think I really need to find the skull, but I also kind of just want to keep running this way so I can reduce Maldonado by 1. I don't think reducing Maldonado by 1 is gonna help me out much. Because this is a skull, we know that one of these is a TP, so I'm not gonna put it down, but a TP is around here somewhere. And that definitely helps. Because I do wanna find a food, so I can put that +3 food down on that card up there. It'll be mighty nice to get some more resources going. All right, because we got a ton of stone. We don't need any. Oh, we need a skull. Oh my gosh, this is actually kind of rough. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sounding horn. We're gonna go ahead and sounding horn and get York out of here because we need Clark. Clark, please help me for my bad planning. Please help me fix my bad planning. So Clark is now here. We're gonna go ahead and use Clark's ability to throw sounding horn away because we're gonna hold on to Clark probably for the rest of the game now. And we need a miracle. Let's see. Ooh. I kind of want to do Hadley's Quadrant because it gives me the ability to kind of rush through some objectives. But I think the dowsing rod is probably our best bet right now, because the dowsing rod would give us an ability, or the ability to kind of get more of the resources that we need, as long as we can guess correctly. So for instance, like I know this is a stick, so let me go ahead and just put this down here, and that's the only stick in this column. So that means that this has to be a stone, so that this is a stone because there's mud there. And because I need mud, I can actually take advantage of this. So I think this is good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take advantage of this because I know that my mud cards are pretty low here. I only got a +2, but I got a lot of stones. I'm gonna go ahead and do my first move of going dowsing rod, activate that. And it says exhaust before you explore. If you correctly guess the terrain you're about to explore, gain a resource or water from an adjacent path as well. So this is a stone, and it's a stone. That's a mud. So we get a stone and a mud. So we now got the double mud we need. And then we got to add a card based on the stone or mud. We're going to choose a stone, of course, and do a +3 on that guy right there. This guy's at a 7. Yeah, geez. All right, well, so I got the spin down counter so I can kind of keep track of that. I got him so I can have easier time counting, and then I proceed to treat it like a D20. Anyway, all right, that felt good. So we know that that's a stick. We don't need it though. We need a skull. So, and we're also full on our backpack here, but we're not going to face any fatigue though because we have a shelter, so we're okay on that. We're okay in that factor. We're about to get a sample though, and that's kind of annoying. So I'm gonna go here. Actually, no. There's a chance that this is a mud, and I don't need another mud. Well, I do need another mud. I just don't want one right now. So I'm gonna go here. There's our skull. Perfect. All right, we found our skull. So we get a skull, and that's going to summon a threat. And the threat card that we drew was a Radis Vorax. A Radis Vorax. What does he do? Let's see. His whole thing is that he's a monster. Place the matching in the daytime on the skull. Discard any one resource or water to explore a path in this row or column. Yes, standard monster stuff. Okay. Pretty ugly though. It's just an ugly boy. I'll put him right there. And where's his awful mug? Only a face a mother could love. Sorry, it's a face only a mother could love. There, I said that wrong. All right, so we got that jerk there, but we know how to kill a monster. We can dig a pit. And it says pick two. Oh, pick 2. Oh, I thought it was pick all 3. Okay, that's actually pretty good because I don't need a stick. So we're gonna go and kill that monster right now. So we're gonna do the stick in the water, and we're gonna kill this monster immediately. I thought it was all 3. It's just pick 2. Man, reading is essential, y'all. And it says, if hidden traitor mode, then accuse. Nothing to accuse here because I'm playing cooperative. But we got our first kill. We need a few more of those and then the game's over. But we also need to get these guys up, so I don't want to kill them too fast. All right, that was good to find the skull. That means that we know that there's a Maldonado here because it has to be 2 diagonal. So here's the only spot it could be because we've already explored that spot. So we're gonna put his mysterious looking self right there. Aren't puzzles great? Aren't they great? Now, oh, that was a skull. We gotta plus this up again, don't we? Oh man, I don't like that. All right, I need to finish these rows because I really don't like the fact that this is getting so high. I mean, yeah, I got some +3s on my stone guy right there, but yeah. Okay, so we want to hopefully find a food. We know that there's gotta be a food in this area. So I was originally gonna try to go here, but I think we're gonna go here instead because then I can try to finish this row, maybe get the food that I want. So we're gonna go here. It's a stick. It's not great because we only got one of those. So the stick is going to go here to the stick guy. Where is he at? Right there. And he's now at a 4. And I am going to satchel the stick because I don't need the stick right now. And I'm going to satchel that to get another Destiny card because we all need our Destiny cards. Maybe I can spyglass. It lets me look at 2 paths on the edge of the map. I don't like the edge of the map. All right, never mind. This one is Haversack. Discard all sample tokens in your backpack. That actually can be really good. Sorry, it's getting very messy here because I'm trying to keep everything on screen. But, you know what's going on. You know the game. All right. So, we evaluate this one. We got 2 muds. We're going to spin the 2 muds. Mud. And then we have a shelter, so we do get the 2 water. And that's going to be nice because we were getting below the starting water level. And then we get a sample, which I don't like, but hey, it happens. And we need another mud here soon. So I don't know how I'm going to pull that off, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try, gosh darn it. Oh, you know what? I think this is a mud. Yeah, it has to be a mud, right? Yeah, this is not a stick. Or it's not that. This is a mud. Okay. Oh, sorry, this goes away. Consequences. No consequences here. Okay, so now we're on the next one. We have our skull. We have our water. We do not have a fire. I did not realize that I needed a fire. All right, I need to get a fire. And that gives us a stone. So if I find 1 more stone, then I can get myself a nice reward of a stone back. And I'll have a fire to hold on to. So, I don't think it's like I need to go out of my way to get a fire. But I think if I can just get a fire, that'll be pretty good. There are a certain number of sticks in the game though, because there's only 1 stick in every row or column, as you can see on the sheet there. So I do need to be very careful about where I search because I found 1, 2, 3, 4 sticks. I think there's only 7 total in the game. Because there's only 1 in each row or each column. So I don't want to exhaust the resource too fast. All right, I do want the mud. I don't have any items really to use. Oh, I can use my flag again. I don't need to, but I could. Yeah, I really don't need to use my flag here. Maybe it is a good idea to lose my shelter and get York back out here to build it again. All right, I'm going to explore this spot. Wait, let me double check here. So, if I build my shelter on top of a stone, the question is, and I feel like I looked this up before, but I want to double check, make sure I'm playing it right, you know, because I don't want people in the comments coming at me. So if oh gosh, why is this a feature? I don't understand. Google, nobody cares about your stupid, oh my gosh, jeez. It's the worst. All right, so I'm trying to see if York builds his thing on top of a mountain, can he explore from that spot? Let's see. A field has no effect when explored, but the free action build a shelter is performed there. The location of the shelter has no effect on gameplay until the flag gear comes into play, which is on the expansion. For York, you do have to exhaust when you use monster protection. B is correct. York is strong. He can build a shelter anywhere. Build a shelter on the explored path, no matter what type. That doesn't help. Ugh, why? Oh, maybe this one helps. If I guess the path's right, does it still need to be a field for the build to be free? Nope. Thanks. The monster and the shelter share the same space. Not very safe shelter. So there's just a little joke there. Okay, never mind. All right. Well, my venture to try to find the right rules has failed. So I'm just gonna go with my gut here. So my gut tells me that we can get to the shelter, so we can explore adjacent. That's how I'm reading that because the shelter covers it. There, done it. I made my ruling. All right, so we're gonna say, well, actually, ooh, because we don't need a stone, do we? Oh no, we do need a stone. But if we guess, oh, we don't have dowsing rod. Never mind. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pick up the stone here. And we are going to throw our rock on this guy. He's at a 10. He's feeling good. He's feeling very loyal. Look at him, so loyal, such a loyal guy. Okay, so we got our skull, we got our water. We can build our fire now. So we're gonna build a fire. Spin these 2 stones, and it's gonna build a fire. I hope you die in the fire. All right. We are close to that skull. We want to finish that row though, so I'm just going to continue with that row. Now that we got everything we need to feel good and happy about ourselves, we're just going to finish this row. Food, perfect. That's what we wanted. We wanted the food because now we can place this food card on this guy, and he's now up to a 4. Not the highest number in the world, but definitely better than what he was. We're going to keep on going. This is a mushroom, and we do have some mushroom cards, so that's actually not bad. And we're gonna put the mushroom on this guy. So he's gonna go to a 7. Feeling pretty confident in this game so far. Oh, man. I need to remember this. Sorry, I found another skull. So I found a skull and I found a Maldonado. So that means that I should have 2 flipped over. So I flipped over the mud guy already. So we know all of his cards. I think I want to flip over the food guy because I feel like that's the other hard one to get a bunch of, and the mushroom is going to be next. Actually, I should flip over the mushroom guy. Let me flip over the mushroom guy. His number is pretty... No food guy. The mushroom guy, if I get -4, he's at a 3. That's still not great, but I can manage that. And this one is a -1. So he is officially at a 3. Okay, oops. And to clarify, the reason why I flipped that over is because anytime you find a skull or a Maldonado, when you're playing cooperative, full co-op, that allows you to flip over. And I should have 2 flipped over. Only had 1 flipped over so far because I forgot. Look at me, forgetting rules. Who'd have thought? All right, we're at the end of this one. Skull in a water, squatter. And we get a stone because we have a fire. So there we are. And we are fatigued, but we have a shelter, so we're all fine. And now we're going to continue. So we need a mud. We've established that this is probably a mud. I'm thinking if I want to dowsing rod. I don't. We think this is a mud. Oh, it's a water. Wow. Okay, that's not great. All right. Well, we got 1 shot left. There's a TP somewhere, right? So there's a water. Oh no, this is not good. We might be failing. Oh, no, we still might be failing that one. And that's gonna cause us to lose 3 water. That's a lot of water. All right, we got a water though, so we gotta put a card down, and we're gonna put a card. Let's see, he's at a, we don't know what he's at, but we're afraid of that. So we're gonna put the +1 here on the mushroom guy. Actually, yeah, we're gonna put the +1 on the mushroom guy. So he's now at an 8, potentially. Okay, we have a problem. All right, so this one says pick when you gain a rock from exploring, also gain a resource or water you currently don't have. So we know that there's a bunch of stones over here. I can't explore them, it's a problem. So now my own hubris has cut me off. So I need to blind draw a mud. If I can just blind draw a mud, that'd be great. This is where the consequences of my actions are kicking in. As you can see, the consequences of my actions are kicking my actions. We know this is not a Maldonado because we found him there, so this is definitely not a Maldonado. can't be, it could be a skull. I don't know. So if I finish this row, I'm not going to find a mud there. I'm super not going to find a mud there. I could find a mud here. You know, like this would be a stone. But that means that the stones are coming way the heck over here, and I don't think they're doing that. This could also be a stone. Actually, no, this is a mud. Oh, this is a mud. I need a mud. I don't know why I'm looking for stones. I need mud. Yeah, this is a mud. All right. Mud. I hate it here. I was like, come to me, mud. Nope, not a mud. All right, so I got a stick. Ugh. All right. All right, let me see. How can I get myself out of this? So I'm going to medicine to activate Clark, and then I'm going to spin Clark to swap out an item, which is going to be the mortar and pestle, of course. This is save my life, save my butt here. And the mortar and pestle, I'm going to use it to swap with the flag. I don't need the flag anymore. Thank you, flag. And I'm going to spin the mortar and pestle to convert a stone. Oh man, I don't know which ones I need. I feel like mushrooms might be more rare, but stick is also rare. So stone and mushroom. What's my mushroom guy at? He's at 8. My stone guy is pretty high too. My stick guy is a little struggle. So I think I'm going to try to find more sticks. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 revealed out of 7. So, all right, we're spinning these two to get a mud. And we got ourselves a stick. And then we also did the mud thing. So because we did that, we got it from an item. We're going to spin it on the mud. +2 to the mud guy. Mud for the mud gods. So it's going to be, oh, that's a lot. It's going to be 5. Possibly not 5. Fingers crossed. This is working out for me. All right. And we now evaluate the challenge. We got the mud. We got the water. Feels bad because it is. And that's going to give us a destiny card. I think I'm going to take the spyglass because I do need to start finding specific things. And now we got the doggo. Sherman is there. I can move a monster. Oh, can I not use him in this one? I can't use him in fog. Okay, we're good. All right. So we've evaluated everything. We're all good. We're alive. We're not dead. We are not dead. So let us see. We got to eat our food. So we're not dead. We're going to lose all these cards here. All these glorious cards. Then we're going to gain 10 new ones. Oh, we're going to refresh our items first so we can do that. And oh, the first night. Did I do that right the first night? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I played a rule wrong already. Shoot. Yeah, the previous night I should have put a monster out. I should have drew a threat card. So I should have had a threat to deal with, because I think the threat that I took him out after or as soon as he came out. So that means I should have had a threat this whole entire time, but I didn't. So hey, my apologies. I'll mention it as a comment. So my apologies. I was yelling at the screen, but I'll do it correctly this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Threat card. I need a threat card. Oh gosh, flash fire. Immediately lose your shelter or 2 water. 2 water. Screw that. I'm not losing my shelter. Actually, maybe I do want to lose my shelter. Do I want to lose my shelter? No, I don't. I don't want to lose my shelter. 2 water is kind of brutal because it doesn't seem like much, but it adds up. Water becomes pretty rare towards the end of the game, and ooh, a lot of food. Wow. Wow. Okay, there we go. So we're all good. We now have our next round starting. Flood. I hate flood. Jeez. Flood is the worst. I lose my fire. I don't want to lose my fire. It took me a long time to make that fire. So we need a skull now. We also need another TP so we can find out how to kill this this Minotaur. So I'm gonna try to explore the ones around first. I think that this or this this is probably TP. Hey, I was right. All right, TP. Woo, TP. I can gain a resource of my choice. I think I should gain a stone, to be honest, because I don't want to risk it. I mean, I know I can do mortar and pestle, but I don't want to waste my stuff. And I'm gonna need a lot of sticks too. Oh my gosh. Oh, Dowsing Rod's gonna have to save my life here. Okay, so before I finish that, I want to spyglass. I'm gonna spin the spyglass, which lets me look at 2 paths on the edge of the map, because I want to know what this is. A TP, okay. That was unexpected. And I want to know what. It says 2 paths, so, and it's on the edge. I guess I want to know what one of these around here are. I want to know what this one is. Water. Okay, cool. Good. Okay, so I use my spyglass there. Now I'm going to decide what am I deciding? Oh, I'm deciding what I'm trading. So I can trade a thing. I think I can trade a water. I can get my goggles back out and give myself a double water. It's going to be a lot of water spent. 4 water total. And I need a lot of sticks too. Boy, they are not making this easy for me. All right, I'm going to spend, I'm going to spend 1 water, and that's going to gain me, I don't need mud. It's going to gain me a stick, so I can put it on the stick guy, help him out a little bit. So we're going to spin the water. We're going to gain a stick. And then, oh, I should have gained stone. No. We're gonna find a stone. We're gonna go over here and get a stone. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, actually, no. I need a stone. Because this challenge is happening now. That one's happening later. Yeah, because we know that's a stick. Okay, fine. I don't like it, but we're getting stone. All right, we're gonna put this on the stone guy. He's gonna be at an 11 now. Look at him, looking pretty good. And we found a TP, so we get a new how to kill a monster. This one's an ambush. I don't have a monster out right now. That's what's happening. Ambush. It says pick 2 to kill a monster. So we have to have a shelter, which we do, and we can exhaust 1 gear, and then we can kill a monster. Okay, I like it. I'm a fan. All right, continuing on with our life here. Let's see. We can also take advantage of the pick if we can find a stone. So that's good to know. We're also almost finished with this row finally. I just realized that. So that means that we can finish the row, and that will allow us to go ahead and reduce the... oh my gosh, this is not at 12. Jeez, sorry. Hold on. This is at 6, 7, 8. This should be at 8. Oh. This is one of the drawbacks of using dice. Actually, let me switch this over from a dice to this counter, because I was going to use this counter earlier, but I figured the dice might work better because it's bigger. But that little counter is the same thing. I was going to use that instead, which is why I was on standby. All right. So we have to do 8. That'll reduce it down to 7, which is nice. We got a lot of work to do on the food guy. If we can find some more food or find some more water to put some cards on the food guy, now that we got some good ones. The stick guy, we can help him out too. So we got the stone there. We put the stone card. We're gonna go ahead and do this stick here. And oh, I should have guessed. Oh my gosh. Okay, we knew that was a stick this whole time. So I'm dowsing rodding. We're gonna say I dowsing rodded. Actually, no, we're not gonna dowsing rod because we want to get the stick for the dowsing rod. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. So we found a stick. We got to put a card on the stick guy. We're gonna put this card on the stick guy right there. And he's now at a 7 at least. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. He's probably the traitor for all I know. That jerk. All right. And last but not least, we are going to use Clark's ability. And we're going to swap out Satchel, because we got a lot of Destiny cards already. We're going to swap out Satchel for Goggles. And we're going to do a nice little power move here. So we're going to do Goggles. And we're going to say that this is a water. We know it's a water. We're going to guess it's a water. And then we're going to Dowsing Rod that same card. or the same search and say this is water. And oh my gosh, look guys, it's a water. So we get the 2 waters and we get another stick, which is great. We're gonna lose our fire, which I'm not happy about, but as you know, it happens. All right, I'm glad that worked out the way I planned it. So now that that's all done, we're at the end of the round. So now we evaluate. So we do this, this, and these 2 that I just gained, protecting myself here. And we lose a fire as our reward. Some kind of reward that is. All right, and we continue. No consequences to deal with here. All right, so now that we have all that settled, now we have all that done, I think we're in a good spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and, because I got my medicine, I've already used Clark's ability, and I think everything is all good, so, oh man. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal the skull, because we need it. And that's gonna draw a threat card, and it's gonna be a Mushel best. What is that? Mustela bicephalos. Mustia bicephalos? Sure. Essentially, it goes where the skull is, and the row or column costs me 1 extra. Okay, cool. Standard stuff, standard affair. Just a really interesting name there. All right, let's see which one of these are you. Oh, there you are. And, oh, I forgot. Oh, this is so stressful because we increase this by 1, don't we? Jesus. All right, well, that's dumb. Dumb. Oh, we get to reveal one of the cards, so. All right, we want to reveal the stick guy because we think, actually, no, the food guy? No, we've already revealed the food guy. We want to reveal the stick guy because I feel like he's going to be our problem. Yep, there he is. He's our problem. So we got -4 on the stick guy. Of course we do. Of course Burton's going to be the traitor. I knew it. Sorry, these characters have names. These things, they have names. You can't see them because they're off screen. But the stick guy's name is Burton, and he's a hater. Hater. All right. Well, now we know where we need to go. We got our work cut out for us. We got a monster here. We are going to go ahead and kill the monster by exhausting a gear. So we're going to exhaust the mortar and pestle, and we have a shelter. So we're going to take out the monster. That's going to be number 3 or number 2. So we got to make sure that we get everybody up as high as we can, and then hopefully get the number 3 monster here soon. We know the TP is there, so we can get a way to kill him. We already got the skulls associated with those TPs from the looks of it, unless there's another skull over here, which means that this is a Maldonado. So that's a potential. Also, this means that there's a Maldonado in this corner. That's not good. So there's one there. So there's a Maldonado here, Maldonado there. There's potentially, oh no. No, yeah, there's none over here. If this is a skull, that means that there's a Maldonado there. But I think both of these TPs are using the same skull. There's another skull on this map somewhere. I'm assuming it's down in this area. All right, we got everything we need for this challenge though, so we need to just go ahead and just kind of keep on trucking along. We just need to not die. Let's see, food is going to be a problem soon because I'm going to have just one of them. I need to get my food guy up, and I got some really good food cards, so I need to find water to help. So I'm going to go here. It's water. Perfect. What are you doing? And we're going to put our +3 on the food guy up there. And we know his numbers. Yeah, we know all of his numbers. So he's at a 6 now. Oh, sorry, she is at a 6. My apologies. Oh no. He? Tuttle? Yeah, he's at a 6. All right. I'm going to go ahead and finish out this row. And, oh, look, a food. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I want more food. Give me the noms. Give me the noms. So he's going to be at an 8 now. Perfect. So he's at the, well, he's not at, well, but it gets reduces by 1. So take that, Maldonado, you silly spectral you. And we're at the end of the challenge. So we get a stick and a skull and a water. Spent. Done. We now passed, so let's see. Look at one path adjacent to an already explored path. If it's a skull, lose 1 water. That's good. Look at one path adjacent to an already explored path. If it's a skull, lose 1 water. I want to see this one. Okay, it's a hill. All right. You know what? I'm going to explore that one on my next action here. It's a hill. Oh my gosh, how did I know that? Whoa, such a premonition. I also have my medicine still that I can use to get some items going, but I want to finish another row here, and I don't think there's any Maldonados in this row, so unless that's a skull, which I'll be very sad. Okay, it's a water. Perfect. We want water. We like water. We want the water. That lets me put a card on anybody. We've already found the traitor. We know this is an 8, but there's possibly -1 down there. Let's see, we need to shore up some... Oh, the mud guy, we need to get him up. Let's see, so we need to get the mud guy up. So he's now at 7. There we go. All right. And we continue. We got our water already. Do we want to use anything? I don't know what this is going to be. I don't trust this. This is probably Maldonado. That's probably a skull. You know what? I'm going to guess that this is a skull. And I'm going to guess that this is a Maldonado, a Maldurcado. So I'm going to take this one instead. A hill. Oh, okay. Well, I know it's not a Maldonado now. Oh, right. I do that because this is 0. It's a hill. All right, I'm going to take this one then. Oh. Worse. A skull. Thanks, game. Well, that might be our 3rd monster. And, oh, no, Frostbite. You cannot kill monsters while this card is in play. How to remove, have a fire and have a shelter. All right, so we just need a fire. We can deal with that. But we do get a skull. And that increases... Wait, let me make sure our math is right. So we should be... Well, it's going to increase and decrease. So we're going to be at -2. So we start at 6. So we go to -2. So we're down to 4. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. So we should be at 8, and we're at 8. Okay, cool. We're good. All right. So we are well on our way to doing all of the killing things. We killed 2 monsters with our how to kill monsters. I think we're making good progress. I think we're making good progress on the things here. Oh, where's my phone? There it is. So challenge is going to be evaluated. We need a stick and a water. We have successfully got a stick and a water because we're prepared. We were prepared, and nothing happens. All right, we're at the end of the day, so we're going to eat our food, our last food, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Nighttime, these are going to come up. Okay, everybody's refreshed. I didn't use my medicine. Did I want to? No, I don't think I did. Okay, and all these cards are going to go away. No, my 2 would. Wow, that's going to be rough. And now we get 10 new cards. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 left in the stack there. This is going to be fun. All right, so we've already established that I need to get the wood up because that's our -4. So that's going to be a little bit tricky because I don't know how much wood is left here. I also don't know how much water is left here, but we do have a +3 wood, or sorry, +3 mud, which is nice, a +2 wood. And we need to get them to an 8. Ugh, this is gonna be tough. We are at the nighttime. There is no monster on the board, so we do have to draw a threat card. And we do have the invitation of a monster. It's going to be this fella, or madam, or this creature here. A Vipera volantis. Vipera volantis? Sure. And I place him on the skull. Oh, it's nighttime. Sorry, it's nighttime. So, unexplored path adjacent to the northernmost explored path priority. So, northernmost path priority, which means it's going to go for the food. So we are going to put the Snicko right there. Northernmost path priority. That one wins. And we got to do a how to kill a monster to get them to die. All right, cool. Oh, we also cannot kill a monster right now because we got frostbite. Thanks, game. Such a cool scenario. Oh no, we're almost out of challenges. Wait. Oh my gosh. We're getting to the end of the game, y'all. Oh no. These days are ending quickly. Okay, so we need to get 8. That's at a 7, possibly lower. That's at 11, possibly lower. We know where our traitor is. So we got a good bit of work to do here. We need a fire. Ugh, jeez. This is a good time to have the satchel though, or the haversack. So, we gotta make a fire. I can make a fire if I get a stone. So, I'm gonna go for this one, which should be a stone. Actually, we're gonna guess. So we're gonna dowsing rod. Do we need our stone guy to be stronger? No, we don't. So our stone guy is showing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm just gonna put him at a 10. So his official number is a 10 because that card at the bottom could be a -1 at most because we know the -4 is. My food guy, his number is at, that's 8, 9, -1 because it's a stick. So is that 8? So he's at 8 exactly. My wood guy, unfortunately, is at 5, 6, 7, -4. So he's at 3. So we know we got a lot of work to do with him. We don't really have the right cards for it right now, but we know we got a lot of work to do with him. My stone guy, I think he's pretty healthy too. He's at 2, 4, 10, 11. So I put him at 10. Oh yeah, we just did him. We did him at 10. And then for the mud guy, for Eden is, Eden is struggling. Eden is struggling. That's what he's doing. 2, 4, 6, 7. So I want to put him at a 5 because those could be -1s. And then finally, our mushroom guy, Wallace, is at 5, 6, 7. I want to put him at, oh, what? Did I do that right? Math is hard. 5, 6, 7. Why did I have him at an 8? That's a lie. So he's at a 6. All right, I'm trying to figure out the timing, the proper timing to end the game. So that's why I'm doing all this math here. Okay, excuse me. So we found 3 skulls. That's another thing to note. We need a fire. I think I might do a flint to get a fire, or I might use a pickaxe to help me get to a resource I need. I have a shelter. I'm gonna lose a fire at the end. Man, this game is beating me up. It's beating me up. If I finish this column, I get a Destiny card, but we know there's a Maldonado there, and I don't want to finish that one. I kind of want to finish the row, but I really don't want Maldonado's nonsense to show up. Also, there's a snake up there, and I don't want to deal with the snake. So I think the most reasonable path is for me to do this one, or do this one. I think this one is a little bit more reasonable. So I'm going to try to do that one, because I think this is going to give me a mud. Before I do, though, I know this is a stone. So I'm going to go ahead and dowsing rod. Actually, do I want to dowsing rod it? Oh, no. Wait. Whew, that almost messed me up. This is not a stone. This is a mud. Shoot. I almost messed that up. Okay, so we do need the mud. So I am going to dowsing rod. And I'm going to say that this is a mud. Oh, my heart. It hurts. It's a stone. Shoot. I wanted the water. But you know what? I wanted a stone anyway. There, take that game. Who's fooling who? Okay. So now I'm going to go and activate Clark. And I'm going to send my dowsing... Well, I'm going to send my mortar and pestle home. Well, I don't need that many resources. Yeah, I'm going to send my dowsing rod home. Well, no. Nope. I'm going to send the mortar and pestle home. Because I can get it back later if I need it. But I need to get out the... What do I need to get out? What was I doing this for? Oh, flint. I need the flint. There's a flint. Okay, we got our flint, and I'm going to spend our flint immediately, and I'm going to spend 1 stone to make a fire. So there you go. Are you happy now? There's a fire. So we are all good for the challenge here for Cold Snap. I'm a little sad that that wasn't mud. Maybe this is a mud. It doesn't matter if it is, just because it's not my guess, but I do want to finish this row, so I'm going to keep going. Oh, not you. Why are you here? This guy. This guy. I do need a food, so I'm going to take a food. I don't like him, though, because he's going to make us a 9. I was doing so good. Look, I had a perfect plan and everything. All right. So, sorry, I forgot to do, I forgot to put the thing. This is my second go, so what was the first one that I got? 1 second. The first one that I got was Skull? No, I got Skull at Night. How do I have 2 on there already? Oh, one of those Maldonado. The other one was Stone. Okay, so Stone, Maldonado, and I've already spent the Stone. So for Stone, I will put a Stone here on this guy, so he's now 11. Sorry, just trying to keep the phasing orders sometimes hard to keep track of. And then Maldonado, I just got a food, so I'm gonna put this +2 on the food guy. So he's now at 10. True 10. All right. So we should be able to survive this round. We just need some mud. Okay. I hate that his face showed up. I hate his face. So that means that there's a skull over here. Because it has to be diagonal from Maldonado. Right there. And that means that there's another TP around here. Given that I see what I see, that means that one of these is a food. So I think this is a food. It's water. Okay, I'll take it. All right, and the water lets me put a card on anything. I need to put one on stick. Nope, I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna do one on mud. +3 on mud, that should get me into a good stage here. So 5 up to 8. Then I gotta get one on mushroom. That'll be good too. Okay, and now we evaluate 2 of these waters, and we have a fire, so we're all good. So we get ourselves a whole sample. Yay! Look at us sampling. I'm gonna go ahead and spin Haversack now to get rid of the samples. It lets me get rid of all my samples. That's good. All right. Now the pedal's hitting the metal here because we need a mud. So I think this is a mud. This has to be a mud. This could be a mud too. I'm gonna go for this one first though. It's a stick. I'll take a stick though. Stick is good. And we will take a stick and we will put our stick card on the stick guy, and he's now at a 5. You gotta get him to a 9. We got a lot of work to do. We think this is a mud. So we're gonna go for it. Oh, it's a stone. Okay, all right. Well, that's not great. We need a mud. Can I get a mud? M-U-D, mud. M-U-D would be G-R-E-A-T. Oh, I want to spin my pick. Sorry, I'm spinning my pick. All right, my pick. When you gain a rock from exploring, also gain a resource or water you currently don't have. There we go, perfect. I'm gonna gain a mud. Take that, society. I do what I want. All right, so I got the mud I wanted. And I'm gonna get a water from that. That's good. And the next one's gonna give me a destiny card, but I'm gonna lose my fire, but it's gonna be the last round anyway. I got the food to survive, so we are in good shape. We just need to finish rows so we can get the number down. And then I think we can try to kill that monster. We need to get that TP, which I hate that is way up there, but there's another TP around here, so I think we're good. So we're gonna, speak of the devil, we found the TP. All right. I wasn't sure what the TP was, but I'm glad I ran into it. All right, let's see. We know there's a skull there. Excuse me. We know there's a skull there, so I'm gonna go ahead and spin my skull, and I'm gonna use that skull to get. What do I want? I need to boost something. I want my mushroom guy to be higher, so I'm gonna get a mushroom because that's gonna give me a +3 for him now. All right, feeling good. So we finished that challenge, and now we are doing mud and water. And we have a shelter, so we do get a water. So we get a water. And remember, one of the last challenges, because we saw it earlier, the last challenge is lose your shelter. So that's not great. but it's what we gotta deal with here. We still got this Viper Vitrolius, but we finished a row, so that's gonna allow us to drop the number down by 1, and we're gonna try to work on another row. I think if we finish this row, we'll get a free clear, and that'll be pretty good. We're gonna get another. Well, no, I'm gonna finish this row. So we're gonna here. That's a hill. Then we're gonna get this one. That's gonna be the food. We need a food. That's good. Well, we needed a food, I should say. We don't need a food. That goes here. So he's now at a 12. My guy is looking pretty good, pretty loyal, that guy. Now we're in a dilemma because I need to, let's see, how many sticks do we have? There's only 7 sticks in every game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one more stick. Oh, maybe, no, we got them all. Oh, there's one more stick up here. So there's a stick up here. So that means I think that this is a stick. Because there's only one stick in every row or column. And we got one here, we got one here, 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 and here. And then we got a stick here, 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 here. That's the only spot a stick could be. So that means that that's a stick. This doesn't have to be a skull. Actually, no, this is not a skull. Because this skull is using that one. So that's not a skull. I don't know what that is then. I mean, it could be a water. It's probably a water. I don't want to explore it though because oh sorry, I found another TP. That's the 3rd TP. Sorry, I should get a how to kill card. Sorry, that's why I wanted that. So this one's a fire and lose a destiny card or +1 to the thing. So that's actually not bad. I could win this game if I had more positives on the stick guy, but I don't. So I'm gonna have to make it go another round. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish these 2, and then try my hardest to end the game next game. Next go around. All right, so we're gonna go for, well, we can't go for that one. We're gonna go for this one. Ow, you jerk. Oh my gosh, you're right. That's a double skull. I'm such a jerk. All right, Maldonado's stupid face showed up. Who let him in? Who let him in? What a jerk. All right. Yeah, I forgot. The skulls are, the Maldonados are 2 away. So there's a double Maldonado here. And then there's another one. There's a skull here. So there's one up there. And there's none around there. There could be one up here. Oh, nope, I lied. There's only one here. So this is not a Maldonado. That means that this has to be a water. So stick, water, water. TP. Actually, I don't know what that one is then. Could it be another skull? No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Get out of here with that. All right, so we boosted this by 1. Did we? No, we didn't. We got our resource though, which we took. Did we get our resource? Oh my gosh, I was just mad. I think I was switching stuff around and I was trying to figure out, okay, so what do I need? I just need this game to end because if it can just end, I need a stick. No, I don't need a stick. I guess I'm taking a mushroom or a mud. Mud is at an 8, so I'll take a mushroom because I have a +2 here. Okay, so we'll take a mushroom again, and that goes there. This is gonna be at an 8 now, so 6 to 8. Is that correct? I feel like I added that already. I feel like I didn't go up to. Let's see. This is a 3, 6, 7, 10, 12. Oh, okay. This is at a 12. 12, possibly 11. All right. So you know what? I don't want to add that one because that's at a 9 already. Because at most this can be a -1. So that means that this is a 3, 6, 9, 10. So it's at most, or at least a 9. So that one's fine. The mud is in trouble because it's at an 8. The stick is in trouble because it's at a 5. So we're going to throw this mud there. That's going to be a 9. So that means that instead of getting the mushroom, I got a mud. All right. That's what I got from the Maldonado. All right. So now I need one more. If I can just find a water, that'd be great. I think this is a water because it has to be a stick. So we're going to goggles. We're going to tap goggles and say that we're searching for the water. It's gonna cost us a resource, which is okay because we got a lot of stuff we don't need. So I'm gonna throw away a mushroom because this is here. And this is gonna be a water, and it is. It's gonna be 2 waters for me. Thank you, game. Thank you, goggles. I saw it coming. And now we're at the end of the round. We lose our fire. Boo. But we gain a destiny card, which we can gain Doggo, which allows us to move a monster token to an adjacent path. That's actually what we want because we want to be able to explore this freely without him messing with us. So it's perfect. And we're done with that one. Thank you, Doggo. And sorry, I got hair all over the place. All right, so now we're done with that. We're gonna go ahead and continue on with our life. Our life, not in shambles, just our life. We got to eat a food, so we'll nom a food. There we go. And then we will discard all of our existing things here. Oh, actually, sorry, I got a water. I got to put one of these cards, don't I? Sorry, I forgot about that. Because I did the Maldonado, which made me do a different, I did the mud. So the water, I got to put a thing, I can put it in mud or I can put it at a mushroom. I think the mud makes sense. Yeah, the mud makes sense because it has a whole lot of cards here. Actually, no, the mushroom makes more sense. We've already accounted for the cards we don't know about. So we're gonna do +2 here. That's gonna be 11. There we go. All right, these cards go away. And now we draw. These are cards that are left. This is, all right. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, it's now or never. I need some sticks. I see a +2 stick. That's not enough though. I don't know, y'all. I might be dead. I might need the luck to come in. Oh, +3 stick. Okay, cool. We got this. We can do this. We shall overcome. Oh, I need a fire. Oh, crap. Okay. You know, this is fine. This is fine. I can deal with this. All right. So we finished the row. Hold on. Let me do my math to see if we're right. So we finished the row. I don't know if we finished a row just now. I don't think we did, but we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. So we started at 6, so we should be at 2. And then so that's 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me do that one more time. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 rows finished. So we started at 6, so we go from 6 down to 2. There's a counter. So from 6 down to 2, there we go, 6 down to 2. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we should be at 8. Okay, so I think I just recently knocked it down 1, but I didn't knock it back down 1. Okay. All right, so we can actually end this game if we can get that stick and then kill that monster and then this game. So I think that's what we'll do. We need new cards out though, so let's get our new cards. All right, and that's a bunch of nonsense. I don't want any of that. I don't want no smoke. No less smoko. I am gonna go ahead and spin my flint to, oh, we already had a monster, so we didn't have to draw a new one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and spin my flint to turn this stone into a fire. Okay, so that's gonna give us the ability to actually kill, to set ablaze the monster. And yeah, we are basically at the end of it. So we just need to get that stick up there. We could use the doggo to move them, but honestly, I don't think it matters because we're gonna have too many resources. This is gonna be the end of the game. Because we need 8. We're at 8 over here. I mean, I'm just double checking because I don't believe I actually made it. I mean, I believe I actually made it, but I don't want to believe, you know. I want to believe. I say as I don't believe. Oh man, you know what? Also, I should have flipped over more. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm not keeping track of stuff very well, y'all. Sorry, this should be revealed. So there's been enough skulls and been enough Maldonados for me to reveal all of them. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So everybody should be revealed by now. +3 mud, so it's a -1. Dang, that hurts. Oh, also, I was supposed to throw 5 out. I don't remember. I think I was supposed to throw 5 cards out of the game, but it doesn't matter. I have to double check the rules. This one should be revealed. It is a -1 to the stone. And I think everybody else is revealed. So, okay, so all are revealed. We know what we need to do. We need to get Stick Boy up to the stick level. We're at 8. If we look up that one to be a stick, which it is, then it should be good. I'm trying to make sure I got everything, all my ducks in a row. Cause like I want to make sure I win and not win, not lose. There you go. Inspirational quotes from CulBlu here. So we're at 11 on the mushrooms for sure. So that's locked in. So 11 locked in. I'm just gonna put it here, shows locked in. This guy is at, I don't know what these two command cards are, but if I just assume that they're both -1s, then we are at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're at 9, so we're good. So he's locked in at 9. And then this guy, we counted him a billion times already, but we're gonna count him again. So he's at a -1 down here. So that's gonna be 4, 7, 10, 11. So we're at 11, so we're locked in at 11. And then Stick Boy is at 5, which we already established. So this is Burton. Of course, Burton would do it, that jerk. And then Tuttle is at 3, 6, 12. Yeah, all right. So we're in really good shape. We're in really good shape. We got everybody locked in at the numbers that they're at. The only one that we need to get higher is this one. So we are going to go ahead and explore this one, which should be a stick. Actually, just for flair, I'm going to go ahead and do my dowsing rod. And I'm going to say that this is a stick. Oh, just look at that, it's a stick. I do have to spend the resource to search for that one though, so I'm going to throw this mud away. And I'm going to get a stick. And then I'm going to turn that into a fire. I'm joking. I'm clearly joking. All right, so that is all settled. We gotta put a card because we did a stick. It's gonna be here. It's gonna pull him out to an 8. So he's now at an 8. And this Maldonado track is at an 8. So we are all good. We are gonna go ahead and set ablaze the monster by spending the this, and we're gonna spend this Destiny card. And we do kill the monster successfully, which means that we are at the end of the game. Now, I'm gonna read the rule book so I can make sure I'm doing this right, because I never made it to the end of the game. I think my last playthrough I did off camera, I just didn't finish because like, I get it, I see what's happening. The game ends immediately when the game ends immediately when the third monster is killed. Reveal any face down cards and total up all the cards for each crew member individually. Resolve the card value based on the resource, just like in the trader mode. Just as in the trader mode, if the sum total on a crew is the same or higher than the number on Maldonado's power track, you have saved the crew member. To win, you need to save all 5. All right, so let's go ahead and do dramatic music. We've already done the counting on this, but I'm just trying to make it dramatic because I wanna. So here's the dramatic music. Actually, I actually gotta put dramatic music. 1 second, I can do that. Production, oh gosh. Okay, sorry, I almost brought down the whole system. Jeez. I'm just happy to be at the end of the game because that was actually pretty fun. That's not dramatic enough for me. Nope, not dramatic enough. Yeah, no, that's not dramatic enough either. Oh no. Sorry, I clearly removed my playlist. I didn't mean to do that. Oh. Well. There we go. We got some dramatic music, y'all. Oh, just wait. You don't know. This is dramatic. Yeah, listen to that build up. Listen to that build up. Okay. All right, sorry. We're over here. So we're at 8. That's where his track is at. We're going to bring over our first victim. Again, I've already done all the math on this. We're just wasting time. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. If you want to click off. So we say he's at 11. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit because it's a little bit too loud. I thought it was gonna be nice and the right temperature. So these are all of his cards. All of his cards are revealed. We are at, these are all his cards. All of them are revealed. So we're at 5, 10, 11, 12, -1, because he is not mud. He is mushroom. So we're at 11. All right. So we got 11 for 11 for Wallace. Okay. Whew. Why am I making this so dramatic? I don't know, y'all. It clearly has been a long night. So we said he's at 9. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we got something revealed. So for Etten, who's the mud guy, we got 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's at 11, and these two are -1s apiece. So he's at 9. All right, so he survived. Woo! Go Etten. All right, next up is going to be our one and only Reed, the stone guy. Solid. So all of his cards are face up, all his cards are revealed, so he's at 11. So we're just going to make sure our math is right. So 1, 4, 7, 9, 11, 12, -1. So 11. All right, so he's good too. So Reed made it. I do like the idea of doing the trader mechanic in this way because it's like, you know, you're just trying to add numbers to people and it's kind of just math at the end of the game, but you know, it happens. So I said he was at an 8. So Burton, our stick guy, all of his were revealed. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be 8 plus 3 is 11. And then 12 minus 4. 12 minus 4 is 8. So he's at 8. The traitor couldn't traitor us. He wasn't traitorous. Traitor of us. Okay, there we go. And then finally we got our last one, which is Tuttle. So Tuttle is at a 12, the leader of the pack clearly. So 2, 4, 6, 12, 11, nope, 12, 13, -1, 12. All right, we did it. We survived. Man, what an adventure. What an adventure. All right. So that's going to be it for this one. Like I said, I've kind of already given like a little bit of my my view on that, on this expansion. I do love the idea, and oh, let me switch over my overlay so we can get that out of the way. It's been here this whole game, but you can see what I was looking at this whole time. I do love the idea of this one, and I do like the way that the trader mechanic was implemented. And I also like the fact that you can play trader with 2 players. Like, that feels fun. I like the idea that like one person's trying to get people to live, one person's trying to get people to die, and you're just kind of fighting back and forth. And it gives you like an interesting way to do it. One of the things that I think is a little bit annoying about this one compared to the other ones is that I feel like the resources are not as tight. And that's a good thing in the long run, but in the short run, it's just like, I got so many resources, I don't know what to do with them. I have to figure out how to like get rid of them. Thankfully, there's enough items in the game that can let you burn resources, like with the satchel. You can just like start satcheling stuff and start throwing things away that you don't need. And it kind of gives you a lot of space and time to prepare. I do understand the thinking behind setting the challenges to be the way they are. It basically meant that the challenges, for the most part, end up either giving you stuff back or they don't give you any consequence. And I kind of like that for this because it lets the trader part be the main part of the game. You do lose some of that flair though when you are playing cooperatively. So I would make the argument that I wouldn't really play this one too much unless I'm playing with a few friends. Because I feel like the trader mechanic definitely spices it up, especially with the face-up cards and face-down cards. Like that really adds attention to the game, and there's a little bit of tension lost in this particular one because of the abundance of resources. So that's kind of my feel on that one. But overall, I'm glad I learned it. Like I thought it was gonna be the most complicated one, but honestly, it wasn't that complicated. It was just a lot of cards to keep track of. That was really about it. All right, cool. Glad our dramatic music was able to be dramatic with this. Look at that, being extra dramatic. Yeah, so let me know what you all think of the game. Hopefully this is an enjoyable experience for you all. I know I had a lot of fun, and I killed my 3 monsters. Woo! We won the game. All right. Well, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you all whenever.